What is up, Braves country? Is your heart pounding? Be honest with yourself and tell me, did you really expect us to sit back after the 2025 embarrassment? An organization with our history of consecutive division titles simply cannot, accept a 76-86 record and an early elimination, the first time since 2017 that the dream ended prematurely. This is a stain on our winning lineage. The chop on has to be more than just a stadium cheer. It has to be the driving force for the front office. And the big question that has haunted us since the last pitch is clear. Where did the dynasty nearly break? Exactly where Strider faltered, where Chris Sale, despite pitching lights out with a 2.58 ERA in his 21 starts, lost 2 vital months after fracturing his ribs, and where the void left by losing Max Fried and Charlie Morton in the previous year's free agency became an abyss. The rotation. We need depth. We need stability. We need an arm that guarantees victory on tense nights. Now, the silence of the offseason has been shattered. The calendar has turned to January, and like a bolt of lightning, urgency has set in here in Georgia. According to reporting from Will Salmon and Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic, trade talks are heating up, and the Atlanta Braves are officially in the running for one of the most dominant pitchers in Major League Baseball. We are talking about the ace of the Milwaukee Brewers, the guy who went 17-6 in 2025, crushed 204 strikeouts in 176.2 innings with an absurdly low 2.70 ERA, and finished top 5 in the National League Cy Young voting. FREDDY Peralta, the name that can ignite our mound and put us back on top. But the news isn't all rosy. It won't be easy. It won't be cheap. The Brewers want a fortune, a Major League ready starter in return, even though Peralta has only 1 year left on his contract with a ridiculous salary of just $8 million, which is completely absorbable. And the competition? Prepare for war. The Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, and Red Sox are all in this hunt. Will the front office have to give up our top pitching prospects, something we have historically been reluctant to do? Or will we watch Peralta put on another uniform and steal our division title? That is the multi-million-dollar question the GM needs to answer now. The time to act is now. It's past due. The news the Braves nation was waiting for has finally arrived. After a 2025 that was a stain, a statistical anomaly with 76 wins and 86 losses, the first time, missing the playoffs since 2017, General Manager Alex Anthopoulos is showing the necessary urgency to restore order in the National League East. The chop needs to sound loud again, and for that, we need pitchers. The priority is clear. We need an ace to stabilize the rotation, and the target is elite. We are talking about FREDDY Peralta, the star pitcher of the Milwaukee Brewers. Negotiations, according to The Athletic, are back in full swing this early January, and the Atlanta Braves are firmly in the fight. This is the mentality of a team that wins the NL East year after year, of a team that expects the World Series banner at Truist Park. That 76-86 record from 2025 has to be forgotten, and the path to redemption runs through Peralta's right arm. Let's look at the undeniable facts about what Peralta brings to Atlanta. In 2025, the 29-year-old right-hander simply destroyed the National League. He finished the season with an impressive 17-6 record, a 2.70 ERA, and 204 strikeouts in 176.2. Innings pitched across 33 starts. You don't see those numbers by accident. He was a finalist, finishing 5th in the NL Cy Young voting, and was an all-star for the second time. This is a top-tier pitcher, a true staff stabilizer. He is not a gamble. He is a certainty of excellence. He is coming off 3 consecutive seasons with at least 30 starts, proving he is a workhorse. The contrast with our disastrous 2025 rotation is stark. The loss of Max Fried and Charlie Morton in free agency the previous offseason had already weakened the core. Then, Spencer Strider had his injury problems, and Chris Sale, although excellent when healthy, 2.58 ERA in 21 starts, fractured his ribs diving and missed about 2 crucial months. The depth was non-existent, which cost us dearly. Bringing in Peralta means placing a proven and dominant arm next to Sale, immediately solving the team's greatest fragility. He is a top-of-the-rotation pitcher, ready to face the best in the league, and his $8 million salary for 2026 is an absolute steal, a more than reasonable value for his caliber of performance. But the road to Milwaukee is paved with obstacles and, frankly, terrifying competitors. The news is clear. The competition is heavy. We have the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Red Sox, all market giants, all with eyes on Peralta. The main problem is the price. The Brewers, despite Peralta having only one more year on his contract before becoming a free agent, are not making it easy. Milwaukee demands a major league-ready starting pitcher be part of the trade package. They want to remain contenders in the National League. This is where our front office philosophy could hurt us. The report indicates that the Braves have resisted the idea of trading their top pitching prospects. This reluctance, although understandable for those who think long-term, could be fatal in a market where rivals like the Dodgers have an abundance of minor league talent to offer. If Alex Anthopoulos is not willing to give up a top prospect or an established major league starter, the Brewers will close the deal with whoever can give them the return that keeps them in contention. We cannot lose this race due to hesitation. The chop-on mentality demands that we attack the main target. The acquisition of Peralta is not just a technical addition. It is a statement. It is proof that our disappointing 2025 campaign was a deviation and that the Braves are determined to reclaim the NL East throne. If Anthopoulos can put together a package that satisfies the Brewers without compromising our entire future, we will have the rotation we need to compete and, more importantly, to win the World Series. Time is running out, and we need Freddie Peralta on our side so that the chop is once again feared throughout MLB. The baseball nation saw what happened in 2025, and the taste in the mouths of Atlanta Braves fans is bitter, an unacceptable reality check. Seeing the NL East winning streak interrupted, missing the postseason for the first time since 2017 with a dreadful 76-86 record is something that cannot be tolerated for a franchise of our caliber. Our standard is excellence, NL East domination, the chop-on echoing until October, and what we saw was a collapse, largely driven by the fragility of our pitching staff. The hard truth is that the starting rotation simply couldn't handle the pressure, and the news that the Braves are in the running for Milwaukee Brewers ace Freddie Peralta is not a luxury, but a glaring necessity. We lost huge names in the free agent market the previous offseason, with Max Fried and Charlie Morton leaving the roster, which was already a deep blow to the team's depth and quality. The expectation was that Chris Sale and Spencer Strider, two elite arms, would anchor the rotation, but baseball taught us that health is ephemeral. Sale, even with a solid 2.58 ERA in 21 starts, suffered a fractured rib diving for a ball, keeping him out for about 2 crucial months of the season. Strider, our workhorse, also faced injury problems. Without depth, the roster had no way to absorb the loss of these anchors, and the rotation collapsed. The NL East standings, which once seemed like a birthright, became unattainable. That's why the front office's move, even if belated, to seek a front-of-the-rotation arm on the trade market sends a clear message. The 76-86 of 2025 was a historic mistake that needs to be corrected immediately. We want the NL East banner back. The Braves' entry into the race for Freddie Peralta is not a surprise, but the intensity with which negotiations are restarting in January, according to Will Salmon and Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic, shows the urgency of the situation. Peralta is undoubtedly one of the best pitchers available on the market, a proven NL ace who would change the level of any rotation. His 2025 numbers with the Brewers are spectacular. A 17-6 record, a dominant 2.70 ERA, and 204 strikeouts in 176.2 innings. Across 33 starts, this performance placed him 5th in the NL Cy Young voting and earned him All-Star honors for the second time in his career. More important than the accolades, The 29-year-old Dominican demonstrates something vital for Atlanta: durability. He has made at least 30 starts in each of the last 3 seasons, an iron-arm track record that we desperately lacked. Adding Peralta means putting a frontline arm with Cy Young capability alongside a healthy Chris Sale, creating a starting duo that can face any opponent, from the Los Angeles Dodgers to the New York Yankees. In addition to his talent, there is market value. Peralta's salary for 2026 is a modest $8 million, an extremely reasonable value for a pitcher of his caliber, someone who is a genuine ace. This is a bargain in the current MLB market and provides crucial payroll flexibility for the front office, allowing the team to still reinforce other areas, such as the bullpen or the bench, without exceeding the luxury tax. Furthermore, the Athletics report points out that whoever acquires him can extend a qualifying offer, QO, at the end of 2026, guaranteeing a draft pick if he signs with another team as a free agent, which is undeniable additional strategic value. Despite all the interest and value, the negotiation for Peralta will be a true test for the Braves front office. The price the Brewers, who won the NL Central with 97 wins, are asking is, as the report says, high, even with Peralta under IDE club control for only 1 more season before becoming a free agent. The Brewers, who want to remain title contenders, specifically demand that the trade package include a Major League-ready starting pitcher, and the Braves are not alone in this race. The competition is relentless and involves big-market powerhouses with deep minor league talent, such as the New York Yankees, the Boston Red Sox, and the most dangerous of all, the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers, in particular, have a vast and highly rated player development system with more minor league talent to offer than the Braves, according to the report itself. Herein lies Atlanta's dilemma: how to close the deal without sacrificing the future? The front office has been clear in stating that they do not want to give up their top pitching prospects. Putting together a package that satisfies the Brewers' requirement, a Major League-ready starter, without including those elite names in the system, is the complex equation the Braves need to solve. Bringing in Freddie Peralta would be more than a rotation move. It would be a declaration of intent. It would be the definitive sign that the 2025 campaign was an aberration and that the Atlanta Braves are focused on reclaiming their legacy of victories, putting the chop on back on top of the NL East. The union of a proven and durable ace like Peralta, with the offensive power we already know and admire, would instantly place the Braves among the top title contenders. If the front office can stitch together this trade, balancing the need for immediate victory with the preservation of future talent, this will be the key piece to return Atlanta to its rightful place in the postseason. The big question is, will we have the audacity and the necessary trade package to overcome the Dodgers and the Yankees and bring Freddie Peralta to the true blue of Atlanta? The time is now. That's why the expectation is not just for a spot, but for the trophy. This team has the winning DNA, the mentality forged by 6 consecutive NL East titles, something only baseball giants achieve. The chop-on is the force of an offense that devastates pitchers and leads us to the World Series. The dominance is real, and next season will be another chapter in our dynasty. There is no room for doubt, only for the certainty of victory. Thank you, Chop-On Nation. To continue on this journey towards the title, do your part. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any urgent analysis, and leave your prediction in the comments on how we are going to extend this NL East dynasty.